So I want to talk to you about resistance tools, like the surf and shape board, like the resistance band, like the parachute. Any of these tools, they're designed to provide more resistance than we're accustomed to. And so what's really important when you're using these tools is to know that, you know what, you don't need to push as hard when you're on them. You can really injure yourself. Even if you're using perfect technique, you can still injure yourself because your muscles will take your secondary and your tertiary muscles will take over for your primary muscles when the primary muscle groups get tired and fatigued. And so you don't want the secondary and tertiary to take over for too much or for too long. You can build up a lot of strength with just a little bit of effort using these kinds of tools, especially when they're in their full resistance modes, like when the bucket for the surf and shape board is all the way around for that one and for this one as well. So just note that you don't have to apply as much force as you think you do in order to get the benefit you're trying to get out of it. I'll tell you, when I was on the surf and shape board with the bucket full resistance, when I was on the parachute, when I'm on the tether and I shoot videos of what not to do, I can feel it really, really, really well the next day in a bad way. Not in a good way, in a bad way. And so I'm only shooting for maybe 1 or 2 minutes long and I'm already feeling that poor technique came through. Not only that, but also I was pushing harder than I really should have to show what not to do. So in summary, make sure that when you're using these devices, whatever it may be, make sure that you dial down the amount of force that you apply, the amount of effort that you apply. And trust me, you are benefiting even with a little bit more. Even if you're going 20% effort, what you normally would, remember there's even more resistance when it's like this. So that 20% effort in your brain is actually even more effort long term. Same with these devices as well. And that's what I like about the tethers. The tethers, you can vary your effort level based on how much it's pulling you back. The parachute and the surf and shape boards, you really need to be very conscious of how much effort you're putting into it and not to overdo it. So make sure that you certainly warm up your arms really well, warm up your shoulders before you even consider starting to use these tools, and enjoy yourself when you are using them. Take lots of breaks and break it up. Don't do a full hour using these kinds of tools. Go on, off, on, off, on, off, and really vary your workout or your technique work that you're doing.